get bullied in school because I wear my Kristaps Porzingis shirt 2018-19. We won 17 games. I go to school in Cleveland. They city, small. They basketball team, trash. They franchise, terrible. What the fuck even happens at Cleveland? They arena, sorry. T-Bank Tower is short. They barbers, suck. They food, suck. Little Italy, suck. Chinatown, suck. The Cavs, suck. Donovan Mitchell, suck. Trae Young, suck. Tyrese, suck. Everybody in the Cavs organization, suck.
Yes, sir, Bob. You know what it is. You know what it ain't. You know what it could be. It's your man, CHEATUM, CHEATUM, and we are back with CHEATUM Talks Radio, Sports Talk. I got my boy in the building with me, my boy Skip. What up, Skip? What's up, baby?
Yo, what's going on? CHEATUM, how you doing tonight, my boy?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I can't complain, man.
That's good. It's been a while, man. Been about a week. I know I've been busy. You've been busy, but that's okay. We're back now, and we got to talk about these NBA playoffs, man. It's been a really good playoffs, like we said before, you know.
Oh yeah, yes it is. It has lived up to the name, and you know it's only a few games left, and it has been very interesting to say the least.
Yeah, man. I mean, the whole battle with Wemby and the Thunder, and then you know we got the Cavs and the Knicks. I mean, and we'll go ahead and definitely start there right now as we're recording this, folks. It is the Spurs versus Thunder Game 4 in San Antonio. I believe it's halftime. If I look correctly, the Spurs were up 50-38 last time that I checked. But we gotta talk about the Knicks versus the Cavs. Boy, when I tell you, Skip, it's bad for the Cavs, it's bad for the city of Cleveland right now. You know what I mean? I want them to know LeBron is not going to be walking through that door to save you from this 3-0 deficit that you have going on with the Knicks right now.
Oh, no. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Even if LeBron was to come back to Cleveland to help, try and help them, they're not stopping what New York going on right now, man. It seems like pretty much since Atlanta, New York has looked unstoppable right now. And, excuse me, and that's why I'm saying even LeBron can't help Cleveland right now, man. They are looking like they are lost. Donovan Mitchell don't know what to do. And James Harden is, once again, defense is nowhere to be found. So that shouldn't surprise anybody.
I mean, I don't think that is a surprise, but it's just as before when we first started to figure it out, we just say, damn, what is going on? Why doesn't this man play any defense? Because obviously he's not the old James Harden, you know. I think we all know that, but we still think and look to him to give us a little bit of something, you know. It's just the defense is just really bad. I don't want to compare him to the guy in L.A. I think the guy in L.A. probably gives more effort, but it's very, very, very little bit. James is not the reason why they're losing because James is not there to do the things that we're complaining about him not doing. I think Donovan Mitchell is not holding up to his end of the bargain and being that number one guy and being able to make the right decisions when the clock is down, you know, when they pull it within 4, you know, and things like that. They're looking at James to do it, and James is also should be able to look for his own basket anyway, too. It's a lot going on, but I'll let you get into it as well, Skip.
Well, you know, it is a lot going on, but I really do think that right now Cleveland is very overwhelmed with what New York is doing. They just don't seem to have the caliber of players that New York has. Nobody from Cleveland can hold anybody from New York. That's what I've been seeing from the few games that I watch. Jared Allen is having a problem with Mitchell Robinson. Jalen Brunson has came in clutch the last 2 games that I watched to help them win.
He really is.
So nobody got an answer for him. So, you know, like, just it's really nothing. What can Cleveland do to pull themselves out of this hole right now?
Honestly, nothing as of right now. You know, if they would have made it 2-1, they'd have an opportunity to make some things happen and make it a 2-2 thing. But I truly do believe that Cleveland wins this next game because New York really wants to win this Eastern Conference Finals at home. So for all you guys that bet, you know, I'm not saying I'm taking Cleveland, but if I were you, I'd take Cleveland.
So you don't think that New York gonna just go ahead and try to close it out?
I don't. I think this is something that since they haven't won in 50 something years and they haven't even been there in over 20 years, I think they're gonna make sure that they win this at home in front of their own fans in Madison Square Garden and give the Garden something that it hasn't had for a very, 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 very long time. I really do believe that.
That's a very interesting take on that. Me, honestly, I think they're gonna go ahead and try to take him out. I wouldn't waste. I would hope that would be the plan. Go ahead and get it over with, man. You got a chance to sweep these boys and rest because the next series is gonna go a little bit longer than what this series is. So that's what I would hope be the plan for them. Just go ahead and knock it out.
Yeah,
So
that would be right so they could rest. But getting to the next thing when it comes to the Knicks, man, I want to talk about those fans, man. I got to talk about those fans. And speaking on those guys, I believe they really want the win to happen in New York.
oh, of course they do. I mean,
Outside the arena is crazy.
Yeah.
Whether it's a home game or not.
Oh yeah, of course. The Garden would be jumping that night, man. I'm sure of that. But but this one, I mean, just for the conference championship, just something tell me like they gonna go ahead and just try to take these boys out. Like they gonna try to blow these boys out, embarrass them on their own court.
They definitely want to do that so they can have that memory in their head that hey, check us out, we did it to you in your own house. But the New York fans, man, they're so obnoxious. I got a love-hate relationship with it, man. Like I hate to see it, but it's so funny, and I love it because Cleveland, I want you to know it's over for you. And my message to New York is don't be too happy. Don't be too excited. Because when you get to the next round, I don't care who it is that you play, the New York Knicks will not be winning the NBA championship anytime soon. And I want everybody into New York to know that. I really do.
And you know what? I 100% wholeheartedly agree with you, my brother. Because I feel like whether they go up either one of them teams in the West, they're not gonna make it past them. So it's yeah. Calm down, Knicks fans.
They're gonna have to calm down because I can't see them matching up with the Thunder, or the Spurs. If their best bet is to play the Spurs, so they should root for the Spurs. But they got to play the Thunder. I can assure you, it is going to be a 4-1, a gentleman's sweep.
It's a wrap if they were to play OKC.
It really is.
That's a wrap. They would definitely have a better chance of beating the San Antonio, but even still, like I'm looking at it right now, like San Antonio up 65 to 43 on OKC in the third quarter.
Wow.
Like, so even then, I think that would still pose a big challenge for New York. So because Cleveland doesn't have the depth that San Antonio or New York or the OKC has. That's what I mean. Who do they have to go to besides their starters? They really don't have a bench. So you have to keep Donovan Mitchell and James Harden out. You have to keep those guys out there. Like they tired, man. The Evan Mobley, you know what I'm saying? Like he's been the one hitting big shots.
And I don't even think that is because they're tired. Not to cut you off, I think because the guys that they have on the bench just can't match up with New York's bench players or anything.
No, they really can't. They really can't. They really can't.
So that right there, it just says it all. If you can't match up with their bench players, with your bench players, or even your starters with their bench players, then it's going to be a big issue for you. It's just the rebounds, the matchups. Chet going up against Cat. I do have Cat winning that, but with everything that Chet has around him, I think that the Thunder will easily succeed playing against the New York Knicks.
Yes, and remember, OKC is out without one of their best players right now. So, he's still hurt watching them play.
I think he comes back for the finals for sure. He wants to be a part of this second run.
Oh, he comes back for the finals for sure. That's not even any question about that. I can see that coming. That's why they having him still sitting out.
Yeah, because I mean, I think if this goes to a game seven, he plays this.
You think so?
Yeah, I do. I think that he wants to be a part of them getting past Wemby because Wemby is a 4-1 against them in the regular season this year.
Yeah, right. Right, I
So
remember that.
they definitely don't want to lose to Wemby because it looked like all year. I mean, this is the one versus the two.
Hmm.
Um, although the Thunder had the better record, the two being the Spurs, we all thought um, they had a chance. I'm so sorry, folks. They had a chance to beat them.
Hmm.
Especially going 4-1 up against them. Especially having the history between him and Chet. Every time that they played, Wemby made it very personal when they beat these guys. I mean, Chet is missing a free throw, and Wemby's like, yes, Francais. He's representing everything, so it's like it's real personal. And as you said, it was 65-43 in the third quarter. The Spurs, this series is going to a game seven, and I do have the Spurs winning this series and going to the NBA Finals. And Wemby, again, like I said before, winning his first NBA Finals. I really do. I think it's the year of Wemby. I think it's something that the league wants. I'm not saying it's going to happen because the league wants it. I just think that it's Wemby's time. You know, we haven't had a back to back champion in a very very long time. I think
No.
the last back to back was Steph Curry and them when they had Kevin
Yep.
Durant. That was the last
Yep.
time. You know what I mean? And if I'm not mistaken, was that 17-18? Because
Yeah,
LeBron came
that's
back
yep.
in 16, so 17-18. Yeah.
Yep. It was
Um,
about that time.
and that's for a reason, man. This shit is all spread out. Like, there's talent all across the league. You know what I mean? And this is not like back in the day. Everyone actually gets an opportunity, especially if your GM and your staff is putting together these great teams to move forward to play against a LeBron, to play against a Thunder. Presti is doing his thing. Shout out to him because I can assure you the world thought once James Harden left, the Thunder were down. But once Kevin Durant left, and they had those rough years with Russell Westbrook, I can assure
Hmm.
you, people thought this was over. They thought that
Oh yeah,
this
people
was
didn't
over.
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So um, they're doing a great job, doing a phenomenal job over there. I am not rooting against them. I would just not like for them to win because there hasn't been a back-to-back champion. And if it isn't my team, which is the Miami Heat, I don't want anybody to do it before we do. You know. So,
Nah, I think different. I think it'd be cool to see them do it back to back. You know what I'm saying? I like SGA and them boys, and
oh, I love
I
them, man.
still, I still, I still got them. You know, winning. The second one. So even though they having a bad game right now. You know what I'm saying? It's still, this is gonna go all seven.
The thing
And
is,
who knows?
hmm?
Cleveland might sneak 'em one in there. Cleveland might sneak 'em one in there. It might not be a full sweep, but they
Gentlemen
not.
sweep,
I
man. I'm
don't think.
telling you, they're gonna win back in New York, man. They're gonna win back in New York. I'm telling you that right now. Don't
Yeah.
take it for granted. They're gonna do it for their fans because we know the Knicks is going to the finals. We know it. They're up 3-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no way that they're not going. So
Right.
it's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch them compete and go at each other. Those tickets inside the Garden are gonna be so expensive. I think right now to sit in the nosebleed, they was going for like $2,000 and stuff like that. So
I know, bro.
it's really
Just shit.
bad. The Garden's real expensive, but those people they love it, so they're gonna pay it. It's been
Oh
many
yeah,
many years.
they gonna be in there. It is going to every seat in the building is gonna be packed. So
Packed. There's gonna be famous people all across, baby. They're gonna be there to support their Knicks, but it's gonna suck because the Knicks are not winning the championship. They're not.
yes, no, no, it's gonna hurt. They're gonna hurt their feelings. I'm feel bad for Spike Lee once again. Like lifetime fan, baby. He still be at the still be sitting sideline.
Yeah, you got to. You gotta support and you gotta show love. I mean, it's interesting. I'm having a little finals game one party over at the spot, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. Gonna have the fellas come over, fellas night. We're gonna chill, watch the game. It'll
Okay.
be Spurs versus the Knicks game one in San Antonio. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. We're really gonna enjoy it, man. You got any plans for the finals? You do anything? Who's your pick? You said the Thunder to win it all, yeah?
Yeah, I got the Thunder winning it all, man. No one who come out the East right now. I thought it was gonna be Detroit, so and it looked like it's gonna be New York, like, cause it would be. I mean, no team has ever come back down 3-0, but if a big ass if it was to happen, oh my God, New York Knicks fans, you guys,
That's not gonna happen.
you I know it's not gonna happen, but if it did, that's what I'm saying. That would be so bad, and we wouldn't hear the end of it. Like, I would stop watching ESPN for a couple of weeks because it was gonna be bad. Because that's all they're gonna talk about.
So seeing that we both agree that they're not gonna win, what does Cleveland do from here? Does Cleveland try to move James? I don't have it in front of me, so I'm not sure if this is his last year or he has one more. This may be his last, but I don't see Cleveland being able to get to the next hump, especially going down 0-3 in their first ever conference appearance since LeBron James. I don't see them doing anything much more than what they've done this year with this same group that they have right now.
Right. I 100% think they're gonna get rid of James Harden. He's he's supposed to be the help that they thought that Donovan Mitchell was gonna need. Because ever since Donovan Mitchell has been there, they made it at least to the first round of the playoffs. And I guess for some reason they thought that Harden was gonna be the Robin, the Batman for
I mean, but
Donovan Mitchell.
who's to say that he hasn't though?
I
Because
mean,
he went to Eastern Conference Finals before Donovan Mitchell and helped Donovan Mitchell go to his very first one.
yeah,
This is Donovan
that's
Mitchell's
true.
very first one. He's conference finals that he's ever been to, and he
That is,
folded 0-3. Spidey down, Spidey down.
yeah.
I don't want to hear it. He's a number two. No matter where he goes, he cannot be a number one, and that's nothing to discredit him. It's just we've seen too many times as him as the number one, he doesn't get it done. A
No,
number one has to get it done.
that's true. Especially in these moments, it's like if you average 24 points in the regular season, you need to be averaging around 32 points in the playoffs.
At least 28. If you're the main man, if your team is gonna have success, you're gonna need that because you're gonna have to boost it up and bump it up to get us through this next this next round, this next game, this next everything. You cannot
Yeah.
stay the same and play the same because that team on the other side has the same mindset as you. They want to do more, so he has to do more.
Oh, most definitely. We got to see more from him. If you're gonna be the superstar, we need to see superstar plays, and unfortunately, we haven't seen that in 3 games so far, and it's got their team in a big ass hole right now. So, what you gonna do? And but from here, if they don't make it,
Hmm.
which, like I said, they got a long road ahead of him, I definitely think they get rid of Harden. Uh, Donovan Mitchell need help. They got to do something on that. They got to do something to
He
build
needs
that
to try to
bench.
move, man. I'm sorry, he needs to try to move. I don't know where he should go. Um, I think the Orlando Magic are missing a player like Donovan Mitchell. If I'm being completely honest with you, a
Hmm.
Donovan Mitchell over a Suggs would be way better for them. Um, he needs to go somewhere like that. He needs to go somewhere like that. I can't think of any other places right now off the top of my head, but Donovan Mitchell needs to leave Cleveland. Cleveland needs to start a rebuild. They need to keep their big men and try to find them a young guard that they can build around and try to get this thing back right. But I mean, shout out to Cleveland, man. They had a great season. No one thought that they were going to be in the Eastern Conference Finals. They made it there. Uh, they got past Detroit. I mean, Game 7, they live in that. Now they're not even going to get a Game 5, you know? Um,
Right.
so what can we say?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man. I mean, nobody thought they was gonna make it past Detroit, and look what they did, man. Unbelievable.
Like I said, great season for them. Great season for them. The Knicks is just moving on. They're going to the next round. NBA Finals. Jalen Brunson. If I believe Jalen Brunson is going to win the Eastern Conference MVP. Um,
Yes.
let's just talk about. Let's just say hypothetically, the Knicks win the finals. That is going to do something to not only for the franchise but for the city and all the states around New York for the next year. It's going to be bragging rights that we've never heard of. that the Knicks will be able to have if they were able to pull off this and get a championship. I think it's been about 52, 53 years since the Knicks has had a championship. The city of New York hasn't had a championship since Eli Manning and the New York Giants. It's just really, really been a drought for the state of New York. And although I don't believe that this will happen, I think that through everything that has happened already, winning the Eastern Conference Finals will make them feel good and give them something to be proud of.
Oh, most definitely. And these fans right now are full of hope. They full of hope. They're happy. They're ecstatic. You can't tell them nothing bad about their team right now. And it's a like I said, it's a love hate thing.
Hmm.
Because by me being my team is a rival of their team, you know what I'm saying? I hate to see it, but as a sports fan, you kind of love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Knowing it's been a long time this has been a long time coming for them. Like I said, seeing the fans, um, you know, Jalen Brunson, their team, these guys have been playing, like I said, since Atlanta. Like I thought when they had to struggle with Atlanta, I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, they might not make it this far in the playoffs this year. They kind of struggled not with the Hawks, and look what they've done since then. That was like a wake up call to them, and they've had that way with opponents up until now, man. So
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be an interesting playoffs. As you can see, I think. Let me check real quick before we let the people go. I think Wemby and them aren't they up right now? Still up by about 20.
72,
Yep,
52
20
in the third
exactly
quarter.
with 2:41 left in the third quarter. So, I think it's safe to say the Spurs got this game. We'll be going back to OKC with a tie series. I don't know if Williams is going to play, Jay Will going to play or not. It's kind of looking like they need him. I didn't like Shea's body language when I saw that the game started. He didn't seem as if he was as confident as he is normally. He got
Right.
in he got in foul trouble earlier, or I believe they had him resting. My apologies. But he just didn't like how everything was going. He didn't like how the team was playing. So they're definitely gonna have to bounce back in front of their fans. I
Yeah.
think they're gonna give them a 2 day break, and then
Right.
and we take it from there. But
Yeah, that's where they get the 2 day break.
yeah, they get the 2 day break to go back, and then oh man, Chet is bleeding. It looks like, folks. Yeah, but Skip, man, here we are, man. I appreciate you.
Oh
Appreciate you
man,
coming in here, showing love like
anytime, man.
always. We'll catch y'all on the flip side. What I do want to let y'all know is that NBA Finals every night after every NBA Finals game, we will be reporting on what happened to the game. So we do apologize for that week not being here, but I'll make sure that we're here and we do everything for you, man. Skip, always love, baby.
All right, yes sir, fam. You know it, man. I hope you have a good night, man.
Take good care, you too. Later.